Hey legends, it's Heinzie. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're brand new to this channel, smash that red button. Super important to help us grow this awesome channel. Now guys, 2 weeks ago, I finished my Galactic Legend Kylo farm. I did Rey early on, backed on to Kylo afterwards. Finished it 2 weeks ago and I thought, you beauty, I can finally start farming those characters that I've been wanting to farm for a little while now, and then CJ's gone, sucker! I don't think so. We're going to give you some more Galactic Legends to farm, and that's exactly what has happened, guys. So as you know, we've gotten ourselves Jedi Master Luke and Eternal Palpatine coming to the table sooner rather than later. Again, is a lot of people expected, and I was asked this a few weeks ago, actually, when I thought the next lot of Galactic Legends were going to come. I personally said I expected them probably later this year, early next year would be realistic. But I did also say that we're talking about CG here, and with that, anything's possible, and they didn't disappoint. We have them coming a lot sooner than that. So, guys, am I surprised that we're getting these guys so quickly? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie. We've obviously just gotten the Galactic Legends over the last, 4 or 5 months. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of us are still finding our feet with them, to be fair. So I think it's probably a bit soon to release a few more. However, the issue is this. With Arena specifically these days, which are obviously such a large crystal income for a lot of players, there's only one way you're going to be able to beat Galactic Legends, and that is with Galactic Legends themselves. So it's going to be very difficult to go back to a non-Galactic Legend lineup and be reasonably successful with a team that's going to hold in Arena without free-falling really quickly. So it's certainly something that doesn't surprise me, because I think that that's the only way, Arena-wise, you're actually going to be competitive. Whether we like it or not, it's just going to be fact. Now, with that being said, again, we did expect them to come, so we shouldn't be disappointed. They did say that there was going to be more coming in time. So again, I don't think a lot of people are really upset about this so much in comparison to the first time around. With that being said, I do know of a few people that are quitting the game already today because they've just had enough for a lot of different reasons. Gear grind. It just feels like they're farming characters they don't want long term. They want to be farming things they actually like. Just not enough content coming through. Galactic challenges, they're not, they're not an absolute party yet. They might be in time, but they're certainly not at this point. Haven't seen a raid in forever. But the good thing is that we're getting more Galactic Legends. So if you look at that, you can understand why people are thinking this, certainly, and they're quite frustrated. But again, it's your own personal decision if that's something that you want to do. The characters look good. A lot of people like farming these characters a lot more, from what I'm hearing, feedback-wise, than, say, Rey or Kylo. They just have a little bit more affinity with these guys. They just seem to be a little bit more fun. They're a little bit more full on, and I think that that's what, they're a little bit more exciting, I think. So I think that that certainly helps. And a few people are saying that these characters should have been released in the first place before Rey and Kylo. So there's always that debate. Love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. But there's a couple of things that I do want, guys. Obviously, with these Galactic Legends coming, I've learned a few things that would make it a little bit better this time around, because we do need to farm another set again, and I just want to run through a few things that I personally would like to see that would make it a little bit easier for your decision and what's going to suit Galactic Legend-wise in your roster going forward. Now, the first thing I want to see is I want to see a kit reveal for these new two characters, and the reason for that is simple. First time around, you were given Rey or Kylo, but you had no information on which one and their kit reveal or any details on that, and really you had to make a blind decision on who you were going to focus on resources wise to unlock first. And obviously I went down the Rey scenario in the first place. I then come back to Kylo, and it turns out Kylo's the better one. I would have loved to have known back then, so then I could have gone after Kylo first, given the option. I think that that would have been something I'd be a lot happier with. Not saying Rey's a bad character, I'm just saying that I would have preferred to have gone after Kylo in hindsight. So at least having a kit reveal, at least you've got some sort of indication on what to expect from these characters to help make your decision a little bit easier. And it's only a little bit, but every little bit helps. So I'd like to see a kit reveal sooner rather than later if that's possible. Now, something else I would really like to see is some sort of an ease to this gear crunch. Now, we have a massive gear crunch still, guys, something that apparently was going to be, relieved some time ago. Well, I think we can all agree that's not happening. So I would personally like to see a lot better way of getting our hands on additional chirotechs. They're hard to get our hands on without, putting your hand in your pocket and actually buying them. Stun guns, of course, as well. Stun guns are a never-ending problem and have been for many years. I want to see a way of getting stun guns a lot easier as well. Golden eyeballs. We all know we all need them for all the characters. I'd really like to see an easier way of these three materials to be farmed in a lot better way, and whether that's through a new raid or galactic challenges, I don't care what. I just want to see an easier way to get the gear to invest into not just these new characters, but for a lot of people, the other two characters, Rey and Kylo, because a lot of them are just going to be so far away from even getting those. So if there's a way of relieving that gear crunch for a lot of those people, that cannot be a bad thing. It would certainly help in going the right direction to make life easier to farm for these two guys. Now, I'd like to see those definitely. I think it would just make a massive, massive difference. I also want to see a change to the brackets, guys. I mentioned this in my Rogue Actions with Cubs the other day. We need to relook at the brackets anyway, specifically with PvP. I can see people getting into a situation where they have highly inflated GP rosters getting matched up with them having, say, those people having the one Galactic Legend and then your opponent having all 4 or 3. And it's just going to be a disgusting matchup. It's going to be an ugly scenario. And it's going to be really detracting from the beauty that is Grand Arena specifically. You're on a good thing with GAC. Don't mess it up. So guys, please relook at the matchmaking process with these two new Galactic Legends as well, because I can certainly see an issue there down the track. Now, I just want to touch on, obviously, Admiral Pett. He's a good-looking character. At the end of the day, I would have liked to have seen him have his own separate release instead of just a tag on, we're releasing these awesome Galactic Legends, that's great. Oh, by the way, we're going to give you a new character soon. You haven't got him yet, but you're going to need him at Relic 5. But we'll get around to, bring him in the game at some point. But by the way, you're going to need him, and here's his kit. Have fun. I would have liked to have seen a better release for him. He's quite a good character. Obviously, very, very focal in Star Wars canon as well. I think he probably deserved a little bit more than just to tag along on the end of Galactic Legends. The kit looks good. I like it. What I would have liked, to be honest, I'd like to have seen him synergize better with Imperial Troopers in his original kit. He may do that anyway. But obviously you can see that there is a set Vader, Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine, Thrawn focus to his kit. I would have liked to seen a little bit more Trooper love. I think that would be a faction that I think would be a lot of people that haven't been farming at the moment that would like to farm. I'm one of them. I would certainly like to see that. Director Krennic needs some love, guys. Whether it's a tweak or a rework or something like that, I think that would be quite nice, because Krennic really isn't something that you're going to use day-to-day in your roster at this stage. Royal Guard, not surprised. Makes sense. That's not a bad character. Taking him to Relic level, don't know if I want to do that. It might work all right with, obviously, the new Palp as a good synergy, but that would be the only reason I would think of it. Chewie and 3PO, and obviously Mon Mothma for Luke. Again, that's just hey, we've just released them, so let's farm them up. It's a good way of getting more investment into those characters. A little disappointed on that. Yeah, I'm not wrapped about it, but it's not the end of the world, certainly, at this stage anyway. But it is what it is. Look, we need to get used to, these guys popping up and these Galactic Legends popping up, whether you like it or not. It's pretty simple, really. But yeah, I'd like to have seen Admiral Pett certainly get some better love separately than just tagged along on this particular announcement. Anyway, I've said my piece with that, guys. That's my thoughts at the moment. So yeah, we'd like to see a kit, guys. We'd like to see a better ease to the gear grind. We want to see the brackets change, so one person isn't going in with one Galactic Legend up against 3 or 4. It's just they just have to put them on defense, and then everyone else is wasting their time. It's just a dead set win, and that's just not good enough, regardless of investment. GAC, they got it at the point where it's a real challenge of your roster, not a challenge of how many Galactic Legends you've got. I think that certainly is something that is quite disappointing, and that needs to be looked at definitely. It's going to affect territory wars, of course it is. You get a guild that's whaling, of course, on extra Galactic Legends. You may as well not turn up. It's as simple as that, because there's no set counters for them. So it's certainly going to be a little bit tricky. Strategy-wise. So, guys, if you're not in a guild with that Galactic Legend, new one's in it as well. it's going to make it a hell of a lot harder to get those wins. And I know it's only a Zeta, and I know it's only an Omega difference, but still, for a lot of people, it's a pride thing. It's a pride thing going up against head-to-head against another guild, and just having a fair matchup. I personally would like to see that myself. But anyway, they're my thoughts, guys. Pop your thoughts in the comments below, please. I'd love to hear what you guys think about all this. I'd like to also know which character you think you would like to go after at first. Which one excites you more? Are you a Jedi person and you're looking forward to Grandmaster Luke, or obviously you're going after the bad man, the bad boy, Palpatine? Let us know. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Smash that red button, please, if you haven't already. It'll make a huge difference to us growing this channel. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.